We're fortunate now to be in this room to honor these persons, beginning with our Volunteer Champion Award. Julie?
Thanks, Dave. We are honored to introduce Lisa Alden, who is our National Volunteer Champion, and she comes from the Good Samaritan Society, Canton. And thanks to Lonnie Nichols, who traveled around to our various locations to be able to introduce their story to you all.
My name is Lisa Alden. I'm the Canton Chamber of Commerce Director. I'm responsible for chamber membership, for several events that we have in town, and just trying to keep in touch with the community. I'm also a part of our Canton Rotary Club.
When I became volunteer coordinator, I went out in and spoke to all the different organizations in the community.
And he invited community members to take part in volunteering.
When I was speaking to the Rotarians one day, she heard my spiel and she said, yeah, I'd like to try that.
I thought, I can do an hour. I can handle doing 1 hour a week.
Then she started bringing in all these different games, and she just had so much energy and so much pep.
Okay. Well, Lisa, hello. Hi, kids. Supergirl made it today.
I started putting it on our calendar.
She said, Wednesdays from 4 to 5 o'clock are now called
Fun with Lisa.
Fun with Lisa.
Fun with Lisa.
So now I knew I had something to live up to. It was going to have to be fun, or they were going to have to take me off the calendar.
And I put it in bold print because everybody then knew that that was the time that she was coming.
Okay, we're going to have to come up with some team names, and since it's Superhero Day,
She always makes up fun team names.
Superhero Day,
They get a big kick out of it.
we're going to have superhero names. Wonder Women, maybe? I like that. Supergirl. I'm going to have to root for Supergirl team because I'm wearing a Supergirl shirt.
She has a set of dice, big, huge foam dice.
You're going to roll your dice. The goal is to get the Superman logo, because if you get it, you're going to get 10 extra points.
We play lots of different games with those.
You need something that's big. You need something that everybody can participate in. There's a couple of residents that don't have sight, so you want to be able to include them in your games. Big games help do that. I do a lot of games where they are using motion. You want them throwing things. There it is, and 10 points! They love competing with each other. We keep points, we keep score on every game we play. And every team knows who's the winner and every team knows who's the loser. So that's always kind of fun because they like competition. Let's see what our score is for the time being.
It improves the quality of their life. They definitely have something to look forward to on Wednesdays. She's just basically inspired the rest of us to step up our game.
And you thought you couldn't do it. Hey, this high five. These residents give me so much more joy than I think I will ever give them. I know God is helping me. I'm actually in a book study right now that it's called, the book is Not a Fan. And the premise of the book is, are you a fan of Jesus or are you a follower of Jesus? And it's made me realize that I want to be a follower of Christ, not just a fan of Christ. People can be excited about Christ, but are we following Him? And I truly feel like this is a path that God has put me on.
Before she leaves, she'll ask,
Okay, anything we need to pray for personally?
Lisa, I think, is a very spiritual person. She just likes to always end her time with a prayer with our residents.
They've become my family. And you're supposed to pray for your family, so I pray for them a lot. It's one of those God things that you just know that this is where God put me. And it just makes you feel closer to them. I want to know what's going on in their lives. I want to know what their hurts are. I want to know if they're not feeling well.
I look at all of the different, the 8 traits that we try to emulate, and I don't know if there's a single one that I wouldn't see in her.
Dear Heavenly Father,
I don't know what her middle name is, if it's Joy or not, but Lisa is just a fun person to be around. She's a positive, uplifting, has an uplifting spirit. That's her special gift.
she brings that energy and that love for life and that enthusiasm into the center, and it just rubs off on everybody else.
It's just almost unmeasurable, the joy that she brings. It's so exciting to see those people light up and have some real enjoyment in their life.
It's made me kind of realize how unimportant some of the other things I do are and how important it is for me to show up there every week on Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
In true volunteer fashion, Lisa isn't able to join us tonight because she is off volunteering on a mission trip. So we're going to show you what Dave and I did a few weeks ago to present the award, but I want to honor Myron for nominating, Myron Moore, her administrator, and Brian and her friends for joining us tonight in her place. So welcome. We're so glad to have you here as part of that. Thank you. So when we learned that Lisa wasn't going to be able to be here, I have to admit we were a little grateful that she came from Canton, because it meant we could really do something. And so Dave and I found a Wednesday that our schedules permitted, and we, along with Lonnie and Kara and Jim Erickson, went off to Canton to join Fun with Lisa and to present her with her volunteer award. And so we want to show you that ceremony. It was very fun to do it in front of the residents that she works with and the employees that she works alongside, and have you give a chance to listen to her response to that award.
Wow.
I usually have heels on too, so I'm usually a little taller.
Can you imagine this moment? All the volunteers throughout the Good Samaritan Society across the country, you're it. Lisa, this is an amazing opportunity that I have to present you with this wonderful Volunteer Champion Award for the Good Samaritan Society 2017. It's been said that the world is hugged by the arms of faithful volunteers. And you have not only been hugging the world and now onto a mission trip, it sounds like, but you have been coming here faithfully, I understand, every Wednesday, 4 o'clock, to hug the residents here. And we so appreciate all of the actions that you take, the intentional thoughts that you have for those here, and for those hugs, one person at a time, making all the difference in the world. So thank you, Lisa, for being our champion this year, our volunteer champion, representing all of the other volunteers that we certainly honor as well this day. We are so grateful that we have you here, and I can't think of a better place than to present this award to you here amongst your friends, of whom you see every week, and looking forward to hearing from you. Lisa, congratulations as being our National Volunteer Champion of the Year for the Good Samaritan Society.
Thank you. And being the hugger that I am.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Yeah, anybody that knows me at all knows I'm a hugger. And I am so honored. I actually had no idea what a big deal this was until you told me how many people there were, and now I'm like, holy, I'm not going to say it. It wouldn't be appropriate. But first of all, I want to thank Terry. If it had not been for him 2 years ago coming and speaking at our Rotary function, our Rotary lunch, I wouldn't have even known about the opportunities that there were here to volunteer. So thank you, Terry, for that. And the rest of the staff, of course, Jeannie and Shirley and Linda and Myron and Michelle, they're always here to help me whenever I need something, whether it's to help with an activity or just answer one of my questions. And I wouldn't have gotten this award at all had it not been for each and every one of you that I get to come and spend my time with every week. You have become my family. I sat at my office today, and if you knew me at all, you would know how horrible I am with names. Horrible with names. But when I came here, I became really good at learning names because I can look at your faces and I know every single one of you, and that never happens. So that's a God thing for me to be able to remember your name. It's not a me thing because I'm horrible with that. It's a God thing. Everybody always asks me, well, how do you come up with these activities? Well, for those of you that I work with that weren't around, that didn't have Google back in the day, that's how I find my activities. I Google it. Fun activities for nursing home residents. And I just fit them to be able to have everyone participate. So again, thank you so much. I'm humbled by the award and the experience. And again, you are my family. I thank you for letting me hug you because I am a hugger. I thank you for keeping my hands warm every time I come in because they're always cold. And I just thank you for giving me the opportunity to share with you what I enjoy doing. And I know everybody says that I bring you joy. Well, believe me, every Wednesday I am filled with joy when I leave this place, because you all bring me way more joy than I could ever bring you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.